All right, guys. Thanks for tuning into Billiard Breakdown tonight. We've got number 10 in the top 10 players in Rochester, New York, Rick Hovey, versus the challenger, Jay Voelkl. This is going to be a race to 9 and 10 ball pool. Hope you guys enjoy. The players are going to lag for break shortly.
Oh, like a logo on it?
Conversions versus fund management.
The players start off with a quick fist bump, and they're going to get started. Jay is able to win the lag. The players are discussing if they're going to play rack your own break, and they are. Jay's going to rack them and break them to start us off. Ted Beach in the live chat says, don't forget to like and subscribe. Appreciate the shout out, Ted. Ted Beach, who you got for this one? The one just barely drops into that far right corner. We're likely to see Jay push out here. A push out shot is when you can shoot the cue ball into any position on the table without risk of fouling. The incoming player then has the option to shoot the shot or give it back to the previous player. Jay's actually calling the 2 into the right corner here. Surprising he's deciding to go for the kick. He misses. Does he leave the 3 good for Rick? He does not. Let's see if Rick actually decides to try to open this 3-6 up, or if he's going to go for some sort of 3 foul attempt here. Looks like Rick is going for a 3 foul. Jay's on his first. The 4 may be in the way of this kick, but Jay should be able to add a little bit of right spin, kick it into the long rail for contact on this 2. Really touchy shot though, good save by Rick. Nice contact. What a shot by Jay Voelkl to start this match off. Great kick. Doesn't have much to see of the 3 after, but phenomenal start by Jay. Jay adds a touch of right masse just to make sure he clears that 10 ball. He may have left Rick the 3-10 combo, but the 10 ball's spotted, and Rick has to shoot it at the 3 afterwards anyways. We're not playing early 10s. X Safari in the live chat says, let's go Richard. If that's Rick's full name, then today I learned. Rick tries to play safe behind the 8 ball. The cue ball leaks out, but is the 3 going to get behind the 7? Looks like it does. Jay might be eyeing this short rail kick below the 3. Not too sure what he's looking at from this other angle. Jay tries to kick at it from the long way, misses it, and makes contact with the 10. It's possible Rick is going to attempt to play safe behind the 7 here. He doesn't really get the cue ball to roll forward as much as he'd like. Jay's got room here to go between the 7 and the 4, I believe, down to the short rail. Shooting down to the short rail directly and adding a touch of right spin may be slightly more accurate than kicking into the long rail on the right. Sean Kelly in the live chat says, 2 good competitors. Good luck to both of you. Billiard Breakdown always brings Rochester's best players to compete. Appreciate it, Sean. Well said. We try to keep the competition good. Jay makes a nice kick on the 3, ends up getting himself safe, and Rick's got to figure out a way to make contact on the 3 here. Rick is unable to make contact on the 3. Jay comes to the table with ball in hand. Nice open layout. The real tricky part here is just to make position for the 6. Interesting choice, choosing to have to shoot over the 10 ball. Creates a good angle on the 4. He needs to leave himself Well, after shooting the 4-ball, he could bring the cue ball back towards the center of the table for a good angle on the 5 to just slow roll the 5 in and make position on the 6 towards the center. Jay loses control of the cue ball a little bit and ends up on the short side of the 5 with a little bit of an angle as well. Nicole Simonetti says in the live chat, interesting, he's playing with his old stick. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Jay's equipment, but if that is his old stick, maybe he's not as comfortable with his new one. Zach Orset in the live chat says, let's go Rick. The live chat is heavily favoring Rick so far. Kind of looked like Rick actually tried to cut that 5-ball into the right corner, but he misses it and kicks it out instead, leaving Jay with a good shot. Rizo in the live chat saying, let's go Rick as well. Where's the J Voelkl fan club? Still waiting on them to show up. Jay rolls the cue ball a little too far, leaving himself with a pretty thin cut on the 6. But if he's able to make it, the cue ball should be able to naturally go 2 or 3 rails for position on the 7. But he's eyeing this bank. He's not going to get it, and Rick's going to have a good look on this 6. Doesn't have to worry too much about position on the 7. Should just fall naturally on it. Rick hangs the 6. Surprising miss by Rick. Nice shot by Jay. Had a good angle coming up towards the 7, but overhits it. Sean Kelly in the live chat saying nothing better than a glass of Del Moore and a good matchup pool on the big screen. Appreciate that, Sean. Which year Del Moore are you drinking? Jay plays a pretty good save here. And Sean Kelly is drinking Delmore 15 year. That's the drink. Not too sure if Rick was going for the bank or just some sort of hopeful save here. Maybe trying to leave the cue ball behind that 8, 9, and 10. But doesn't look like he quite got it. Jay should be able to pocket this 1. Making position on the 8 is questionable, though. Rick at the table with another chance. Bob Hendricks in the live chat says, for this match, I'm a Jay Voelkl fan. Bob showing up for Jay. Nice shot by Rick. This is a really thin cut into the side pocket, though. He leaves the cue ball behind the 9. And Jay's got another kick. Not an easy kick, just because that side pocket is where the natural angle is for contact, it seems. Rizzo in the live chat asking Bob Hendricks why he's a Jay Voelkl fan in this game. Jay didn't have enough angle for that kick, and Rick's got ball in hand now. Rick should be able to take this first game. Nice shot. The score is now 1-0. Rick Hovey taking the lead to start with. Zach Orsett and Rizzo in the live chat both saying, let's go, Rick. Bob Hendricks saying in the live chat, I've played with both players on the 7-footers. Voelkl will get this table down and then defeat Rick. All right, Bob, let's see it from Jay. Rizzo says Rick is 7 foot laying down. That's quite the foot extensions you're giving Rick. Ellen Burgraff in the live chat says, go Jay. Ellen showing up in the live chat for Jay Voelkl. Jay misses the 1 ball, but leaves Rick at the 50-yard line roughly. This is a makeable cut. He can naturally go into the 2 ball as well if he makes the 1. Still a risky shot, though. Could be left with no reward. Ellen Burgraff in the live chat says, Bill and I are rooting for you, Jay Voelkl. Shout out to Ellen and Bill. And Jay's going to have a shot on the 1. Tough to say if that 2-6 combo goes into the left corner. Doesn't seem like it, but never know unless you're standing behind the shot. And Jay misses the long distance shot on the 1. leaves it hanging in the corner for Rick here. And Rick completely misses the one ball. It was too deep in the pocket for Rick to kick off the rail to make contact. Definitely misjudged how deep that one ball was. Jay back at the table with ball in hand. Nice position for the 2 into the side pocket if it clears the 7. Should be able to just stun this cue ball back out for the 3. He gets a favorable bump on the 9. He's got a really nice position here now. It's possible for the 6th ball to go into the side pocket off the 7 as well, if it doesn't clear the 8. Sean Kelly in the live chat saying Rick needed a step stool for that 1 ball shot. Thank you, Sean. Looks like that's what he's going to go for. Let's see if Rick just decides to stun this 8 ball in and hold position for the 9. He plays it with top, attempts to make position for the side pocket, and he does it extremely well. Light bump into it. He should be able to just come down to the short rail and back up for the 10. Oh, almost hangs the 10, or I mean the 9 ball. But he is able to pocket it and take the second game as well. The score is now 2-0. Ted Beach in the live chat saying maybe Rick can get away with wearing high heels instead of using a step stool. Well, Ted, why don't you bring some heels in and we can figure it out. Rizzo and Sean Kelly giving Rick some kudos in the live chat for being able to finish that rack out. X Safari in the live chat says, I'll ask Ted Beach's mom if Rick can borrow those high heels. Live chat is getting a little feisty tonight. The feistier, the better. Keep it up. Jay should be able to just stun this cue ball in, maintain an angle on the 4. Jay misses the thin cut on the 4 into the side pocket. Doesn't leave Rick with much other than a cross-side bank, but still somewhat of a surprising miss. Rick calls the right corner pocket nearest us. Does he get behind the 9? Not quite. Kind of looked like during that stroke, Jay almost steered that ball towards our right with his cue stick. Definitely needs to straighten that out a little bit. Meanwhile, Rick also missing. Does he get behind the 9? Lucky roll for Rick, leaving Jay with another kick. Tyson in the live chat asking what rank is Jay. So Jay is unranked at the moment. To get onto the rankings list, you have to challenge number 10. Jay is a challenger trying to get on the list by defeating Rick. Great bank with position on the 6. What a shot by Jay. He's got to figure out how to get out from here, though. Hey, Ed, I'm going to have Roland take the bar for a little while you go do that. Roland, can you watch it? Thanks. Jay's really got to slow roll this if he wants to hold position. Rather than slow rolling it, he attempts to go 2 rails down and up the table, but he doesn't make the right contact on the 6 and he scratches into the right corner. Rick coming to the table with another chance here. Bob Hendricks in the live chat saying Jace Fargo is 467. In my opinion, he plays a little above that. Just don't count the scratch when you calculate the Fargo. Ellen Burgraff in the live chat says, "Wow, Jay," regarding that nice bank Jay had. And Sean Kelly in the live chat saying Roland must have heard there's food there for her. That's why she showed up. And thanks for reminding me, Sean. I'm going to make sure she gets to taste that tonight. For everyone listening, Sean Kelly, our bartender over here at Billiard Breakdown in Rochester, New York, made a really nice seafood ravioli with shrimp and scallops. So brought some for me and the wife. Thank you very much. Meanwhile, Rick hangs the 9 ball. Kind of seemed like he was trying to make position for the 9 into the side pocket, but comes up short. Is Jay gonna get there? Overhits it a little bit. This is a tough cut into the right corner. He's got to pocket this one. And he underhits it. This is a pretty makeable shot for Rick. The 10 ball can wobble though if you don't hit it properly. But it's no problem for Rick. Is he gonna scratch? Is Rick gonna scratch? Is he gonna? He does not. The score is now 3-0. Rick Hovey further increasing his lead. Rick Hovey to break. Score is 3-0 in a race to 9. Cue ball was going straight for the corner, but the 3 ball knocks it out. Dry break though. It's possible Jay will try to play safe using the 6 ball here. He ends up double kissing it. Doesn't get the safe he wants. This 1-8 combo goes, but not too sure if that 1 ball goes directly into the far right corner. Good combo. Nice bump on the 6. Doesn't look like he's got an angle on the 2. Rick should be able to just see the right side of the 2, but as far as pocketing this goes, doesn't look like there's much of a shot.
It's always good to have angles. I feel like the angles are always great.
I grew up with the table as well. The way it was moving your game.
Yeah, it's just fun.
Jay misses the kick on the 2 ball.
Yeah, I grew up with a table too. My uncle always had the pros played on it, and it was always like tight with the walls and stuff. So you always had to figure out your angle.
And the banister was like the line.
Yeah, you always had a banister right in the middle of it, and you always had to try on a short stick that you always had to pull.
A little tricky of an angle on the 3 ball to hold for the 4. He could decide to go straight down to the short rail with right spin, but instead he attempts to draw this cue ball down to the short side of the 4 ball for the long shot. He doesn't get the kick or the bank on the 4 into the side pocket, but he does get the 9 ball in the way.
I don't know. Like out of all the during the last 3 days that we've had, this is like
It's a little warm today.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Yeah, I wonder what it's like in the summer. Here in the summer.
Oh yeah. It really depends. You know, like, there's a festival going on. I'm not sure. Something like that.
Good shot by Jay. Leaves Rick a carom to the 5.
If you're not near a festival in the summertime in this town,
He could go for it, but he'll lose control of the 4 ball. Wants to make sure that cue ball, after making contact with the 5, still goes up towards the center of the table, just to increase your chances. Really nice shot by Rick, and look at the roll on the 4. Phenomenal. And he doesn't even have to hit this 4 ball any specific way. He can just slow roll this 4 ball and leave himself an angle on the 6 into the side pocket.
this is like, I don't know, we're going into the light area.
I know. It's like,
It's not wet. It's not
off
wet.
a little court, but it's like that way.
Oh, so right. There is a donut to light over there by like the Kodak building, but like the original one is like down by like Culver.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Zach Robbins in the live chat asks, do I have to live in Rochester to get onto this challenge board? I live in Corning, but would love to come up to play. Before I answer your question, what action Rick got on that shot? Phenomenal amount of action on the cue ball, but he isn't rewarded. That's quite the stroke, though, to get that kind of reaction. In response to Zach Robbins, you are welcome to stop by and challenge to get on the board. The issue is you will be required to accept and play different challenge matches, most likely every week or so. So if you don't mind doing that, then feel free. But, you know, if you decide to get on the board and you're successful at it, and then you aren't able to play for like a month or two, then I may have to remove you from the list just because we got to keep things moving on the board. Jay misses the 6 and follows the cue ball in right after it somehow. Zach, what's your Fargo rate? That's pretty good. 616 is Zach Robbins' Fargo. Rick leaves himself a little awkward on the 9 ball. This is a pretty thin cut. He could go for it. He's near enough to the 9 ball to where you could aim this out properly. But he's calling a bank. Likely a two-way shot behind the 10 ball possibly. What a shot! What a shot by Rick. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Rick? Live chat. Did you guys see that bank by Rick? But he misses the 10. The cue ball sits in the far right corner pocket. Jay Voelkl with a chance. Wow. What a shot by Rick. Tyson is asking, is Rick's cue longer than the average cue? I don't believe it is. I think that's a normal size cue. Does he do it? Great shot by Jay. Good recovery. Jay on the board with his first game after Rick isn't able to finish it out after a sick bank. Zach Robbins in the live chat asking, are they playing for fun or more than fun? Every challenge game, both players, for both players there is some money involved. Every challenge match has some. Ellen Bergraff in the live chat says, that was cool, but go Jay. Yeah, I mean, regular bank shot, right, Ellen? Nothing too special. Rick is really able to generate good action on his cue ball. Bumps into the 3 ball pretty straight though. I mean the 7 ball pretty straight. He's calling the left corner. Nearly makes it. Jay's going to have a shot at this, though, it seems. Wonder if Jay's considering this 4-6 or what he could be going for here. Tyson in the live chat says, sounds inappropriate there, Zach, in reference to are they playing for fun or more than fun. Very serious game here, Tyson. Very serious. No room for jokes and having fun. Tyson in the live chat says, little dirty pool action. The dirtiest. Rick leaves himself a little funny on the 5. This is a tough shot into the left corner pocket. Can't really hit the bottom of the cue ball too easily either, but he's going for it. He doesn't get it. Is Jay going to have a good shot here? He does. Viet Nguyen in the live chat saying, go Rick Hovey, with a couple of loudspeaker emojis. Viet says, hey Mike, what's up, man? Hey, shout out to Viet Nguyen in the live chat. He does, he's basically our graphic designer for this nice scoreboard that we have. He even made an entire website for the scoreboard for us to manage it. Thank you very much, Viet. Bob Hendricks in the live chat says, personally, would love to see Jason Hunt play again. Thank you, Bob. I'll keep it in mind. Is he going to get the side? He does. Rick actually has the option to give the shot back to Jay if he doesn't want to here. Tyson in the live chat saying if this was an exhibition, but Jay's playing for a spot in the top 10 ranking. Rick going for, I'm not too sure what. It's possible he was trying to thinly bank this 8-ball down to the short rail, but cuts it too thin instead and leaves Jay with an easy out. Jay needs to finish this one out for sure. Credit to Jay for shooting with his left hand there for the player or for the live viewers that noticed. Nearly missed it, but he did shoot it with his opposite hand. Jay's able to stun this cue ball back up the table, leaving himself a little bit of an angle, but looks like he's considering shooting this with his left hand as well. Must be very comfortable with it to even go for this with your non-dominant hand. And he makes it. Nice showing by Jay with both hands this rack. The score is now 3-2. Jay Voelkl still trailing behind, but doing a good job catching up. Sean Kelly in the live chat saying, nice out, Jay. Yeah, it was. Jay Voelkl to rack and break as well. He may be getting more comfortable with playing on the stream and the table as well. Let's see. Ellen Burgraff in the live chat saying woohoo to Jay. It's looking like another dry break. Nice open layout as well. Let's see if Rick can capitalize on this. Gets a little far on the 2. It's going to be tricky to bring this cue ball towards the right. Long rail, second diamond. He doesn't go for the shot. He uses the 4 ball to block Jay's view of the 2 ball. Well done. Looks like Jay is measuring out this kick. Jay is not able to make contact on the 2. He's on his first foul. Rick's got ball in hand on a nice looking layout. Rick can shoot this 2 ball into the left corner and draw this cue ball back for the 3 into the same corner. Kind of looks like he's eyeing something else though. Let's see what he's got in mind. Maybe it clears the 8. Or maybe he's looking for the 8 combo. Yeah. So Rick is just going to, he's going to follow this cue ball forward and play the 3-8 combo. Interesting choice. A little awkward of an angle on the 3 ball for this combo. Rick is able to barely make contact with the 4, but it's a good hit. Doesn't leave Jay with much. Let's see if Jay can send this 4 to the opposite end of the cue ball for a good save here. Maybe just slightly draw this cue ball back for just to leave it on the rail. Good use of the cluster here. Safety pays off. Jay's got to figure out how to get onto the bottom half of the table from the 4 to pocket the 5 into the side pocket, and most likely bring the cue ball 2 or 3 rails down the table nearest us for position on the 6. Looks like he may be just choosing to roll this cue ball forward, following the 4 towards the side pocket. We got a couple people walking by. Jay double checking his aim on this shot. Well done. Nice clean hit. Good position on the 7. He's got a couple options on the 9. He could choose to play this 9 into the left side pocket by just having that cue ball come down to the rail and back up a little bit. Gets a little funny on the cue ball. He doesn't really have a good angle to slow roll this 9 ball into the pocket either without leaving himself a 50-yard line shot on the 10. Doesn't hit the cue ball hard enough there. Tried to avoid the 50-yard line, and he slightly does, but this is still a very difficult shot. Jay's really got to make sure he focuses on this one. Jay calls the right corner, far right corner pocket. He's going to go for a bank on this. And Rick misses the 10 ball. Jay's going to have another chance here. This one being a much more makeable shot. Can Jay tie it up here? Jay misses it by a good amount. Ricky at the table with no problem for this one. Nice shot by Rick. The score is now 4-2 in a race to 9 in 10 ball pool. Sean Kelly in the live chat saying, finesse, Ricky, finesse. Dry break from Rick. Jay with a nice 1-8 combo if he chooses to go for it. Is he going to get unlucky with the roll? Looks like it. Not necessarily unlucky. I mean, this is a shot you have to play with a good amount of power on the cue ball just to try to get out of that cluster on the right. Is the cue ball in the way? Or, I mean, is the 6 ball in the way? Doesn't look like it. Rick should be able to pocket this one no problem and bring the cue ball back towards the center. Well done. Good angle on the 2 to just naturally use some top to bring that cue ball back towards the left for the 3 into that left corner. Is he going to draw this cue ball straight into the corner? He is. Jay Voelkl at the table with ball in hand. Good angle on the 4. You should just be able to stun this 4. Jay plays it with regular center. Good angle on the 5 to just roll this cue ball up slightly for the 6. Ideally, Jay would like to get pretty straight on for the 6 into the side pocket so he can roll this cue ball forward for the 7. He underhits it by a good amount though. Jay makes the cut, but leaves himself really tough. This is not an easy shot. He misses it. Ricky's got some good options here. He'll probably just draw this cue ball straight back out. Nice shooting by Rick. Really good position. score is now 5-2. Rick Hovey increasing his lead. This is a race to 9 for anyone just tuning in to Billiard Breakdown. Race to 9 and 10-ball pool. Tough to say if Rick ended up with a good shot on the 1. It's possible. Even rail first is doable here. He's eyeing the cut. Rick's pushing out. Seems like he really wasn't able to see much of that 1 ball. Jay's got the option to shoot this or give it back to Rick. Or double it and give it to the next person. I believe Jay called safe here. Maybe he called the 9. Couldn't hear him properly. Is the cue ball going to follow in? It does. Surprising scratch from Rick. Jay's got ball in hand. The 3-9 combo is a safe out as long as he can make position on the 2. The 4 doesn't have too many angles that Jay can shoot at it from. The 4 is the real problem ball in this rack. I actually believe with a lot of draw, it's possible to pocket this 2 into the right corner and draw the cue ball into the 7 to give the 4 ball some more angles. Which is kind of what it looks like he tried to do, but he didn't stroke that through. Now Jay's got a kick at this 3, and the 9 ball is going to continue to sit in that corner pocket. Rick at the table with ball in hand. The 4 ball is still a problem. Rick pointing towards around the 3rd diamond on the, well, I guess there. He gets a good angle on the 4. Let's see if he can draw this behind the 7 possibly. He does, great shot. Yeah, the real tricky part here is to get from the 9 to the 10. With the 9 sitting deep in that far right corner pocket, it's difficult to gauge how the cue ball is going to react when you go off the rail at a high speed. Let's see what Rick is able to come up with here. He may consider rail first, but he did miss a shot recently by doing that. And look at this position. Look at that position. What a shot by Rick. The score is now 6-2. Rick Hovey increasing his lead, finishing it off in style. Looks like another dry break from Rick. Both Jay and Rick have been somewhat breaking dry. Tough angle on the 2 to bring this cue ball back for the 3. He may have to draw this cue ball straight back, just slightly towards the left of the 3 ball. Touchy shot. Doesn't quite get the setup he wanted ideally, but he's got to elevate over the 7 to shoot the 3 into the far right corner, and it does make the stroke a little less accurate. Ellen Burgraff in the live chat saying, from Bill talking to the TV, come on, Jay. Jay misses the elevated shot on the 3. Rick's at the table. Should be clear for the far right corner. Well, Rick shook his head, so maybe the 3 is not clear past the 5. It was clear. Rick was just being dramatic. Nice shot, Rick. Off the 5. Off the 5. Are you kidding me? What a shot by Rick. Rick really taking his time with this shot. Jay doesn't leave Rick with much on this shot. Rizo in the live chat says, let's go, Rick. It's actually possible for Rick to come with his 5-6 in and actually shoot the 5 into the far right corner, based on how I believe it would roll. Does the cue ball leak out for Jay, though? Maybe. Maybe not. Nice shot by Jay. Tough to make position for the 7. He could even hit the 6 ball with a stop shot to leave himself with the intentional cross bank. But instead, he leaves Rick with a nice angle on the 6 to work its way back around towards the left for the 7 into the left corner. Good shot by Rick, as long as it clears. Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't clear. Jay Voelkl with a thin cut on the 9, but automatic position for the 10 if he can make it. Does he leave himself as far as possible from the 10? Almost. Come on, Jay. Sink this one in. He sinks it. What a shot by Jay. Nice under pressure long distance shot for Jay. The score is now 6-3. Rick Hovey still in the lead. Lewis Olson in the live chats types out an ice cold face emoji. If that's in reference to Jay's shot, then I agree. 9-ball drops in the side. No shot on the 1 for Jay. Let's see if he pushes out or goes for another kick. Ellen Bergraff in the live chat says, there it is. Nice shot, Jay. Yeah, I agree. That was definitely a pressure test shot for Jay. It was a good shot. Jay pushes out, leaves Rick at an awkward point for the 1 ball. The 2-5 does look like it goes no problem. Tough to say where this 1 ball is going to go, where it's going to go. We might see Rick just try to play safe somehow, maybe utilizing the 4 ball down the table. Tough to say. Ted Beach in the live chat says 23 people watching and only 4 likes. What's going on, Dan? Don't forget to hit that like button. Not sure which Dan we're talking about, but Rick does a good job of using the 4 ball for the safe. But thank you, Ted Beach. Don't forget to like and subscribe for all the viewers. Really nice contact by Jay. Not an easy shot to hit. Ideally, Rick would probably like to work the cue ball down to the short rail, around the 5 and 2 towards the left and back up. But nice safety by Rick. Kind of a two-way shot, playing both the safe as well as the breakout shot. Jay making really good contact on these kicks. Also joining me on this commentary is going to be Mickey Goldberg. Mickey is our number 4? Yeah, number 4 contender for the top 10 list in Rochester, New York. He's a great shooter and also great at commentary.
Hey, what's going on, Pool World? Mickey in the house again to finish up the match here. Pretty busy in the house here at Billiard Breakdown. Kind of nicer weather out tonight too. Makes a good hit on that 1 ball, and maybe the tides will turn along with the commentary announcer. He's got a thin cut over here, and he's going to be running away from this 3-ball down table, so it almost might be worth overcutting this one and play safe. Yeah, he shoots it into the rail. I'm not sure if he was still playing safe on that or not, but he might get away with it with this 4-ball and the 7-ball blocking the pockets for the 1-ball. You could play a bank of this 1 down by where the template rack is in the corner pocket and send the cue ball down behind that 4-ball. Or you can try to play it straighter and come up and down the center of the table towards the middle diamond without hitting the 6 and 3. Just to go side to side safe, and that's a very hard safe to control speed. It's going to be coming across the angle here unless he draws out. No, he was able to kill the angle in. That was actually a really good shot by Rick. Camera angle eluded me to that. He's checking to make sure it goes past the 10. And then he should just draw back for the 4. Should be able to get into the long rail angle. No, he just drew straight back. Does have a little bit of a straighter shot here on the 5. A little bit of a Mighty X action here, unless he can go forward into the rail. Nah, he hits that real good. Man's practice his drills. If you ever want to get a good straight-in drill, look up the Mighty X by Bert Kinnister. As I compliment him, he misses the easy rolling ball. But he keeps leaving Jay these funny little angles where there's not much to do. And even the 10 ball is kind of a little bit precarious here. If he hits the top side of the 10, he's okay. Got to stay with this stroke. I think he noticed that it was bad and he tried to play safe. And he'll come out okay here with the bank here on the 5. Does he get 2 rails to get behind the 7? I'm not sure if he's looking at it. At least he's got distance. I think it's better to kick behind this 5 with like a mini kick and stick almost and send the 5 back down to the short rail. I don't think it's worth cutting this 5. But if you do, again, you got to think about overcutting it. So in case you get safe. He goes directly for the bank. I don't think he called that bank, though. And it hangs up for Rick over the side pocket. If you could see it, he'll be going naturally to the correct side of the 6 ball so that he has the angle to get to the 7 ball. But you don't want to overshoot the 6. He actually underhit this ball a little bit. He actually underhit that ball, I think. I don't know if he can get straight into the long rail and come straight out. He's going to have to go around the bottom side of this 10 ball. Unless you just kind of balk at this ball. You could kind of like drag at this ball and take the shot from there. Kind of where he almost like flicked his stick to for a second. But no, moving that makes me think he's going around this 10. And he cannot get around it. But he does move it towards the easier side of the table. So all he has to do is bear down and make this ball. Don't overthink the stop shot portion of this too much. Smooth stroke. Yeah, he didn't really smooth that at all. I don't think he really wanted to be down there. I think that's why he kind of gave up on the shot. and yeah, he wasn't really confident on that stroke. Didn't really want it. So it gives Jay a good opportunity. And I think Jay's going to draw out, which I'm really not happy with. I'd rather forward roll because it's easier. And he rattles it because of that. Wow. All right, Rick will go 2 rails around to get to this ball. High right hand English. About 2 o'clock, 2:30. If you hit the ball thinner, you're going to come a little narrow. There you go. Just roll this ball in. Actually, he drew that ball with confidence. I don't like that. But he did it anyways. And here we are at 7-3. In a race to 9 in the game of 10 ball. Good game here. As this one could put Rick on the hill. He's breaking from the side, so he's really only playing the 1. He's not really playing the 2 balls behind the 1 as much. Let's see if the 8 and 9 bank from here as well. No, they didn't really get much movement out of them. I think there could have been more action out of that. I think you can hit this ball thin enough and put it onto the other side of the 8 and put this cue ball on the bottom rail, but it looks like he's going firmer. No, he's going with my idea, but he's a little soft. And Rick might put him locked up behind the ball that he's next to right now. Yep. Good shot by Rick. And now you're supposed to figure out your run out. 1 into side, maybe 2 in the corner. Try to come down table for the 3 in the side pocket. So you can play the 4 in the corner. With a good angle to get to the 5. And once that 1 and 2 ball's out of the way, you'll be able to go forward on the 5, 2 rails around to the 6. Come up the center of the table, 6 to the 7. 7 off the long rail to the 8. 8 off the short rail to the 9. 9 stop shot. And you got the 10 ball right there. So let's see what run out he'll go for. Stay with the shot. He overcuts it. Did stay with it, but he overcut it. Yes, Elaine, it ain't over till it's over. That's for sure. Jay could pull a couple of games together here and keep Rick off the hill. So let's see if he tries to hide behind that 8 ball. No, he directly goes for the bank. And with these deep pockets, he hangs it. This is not a favorable table. Well, he's going to have to avoid the 6-7 to get onto this. Does quite nicely, but unfortunately runs into the ball. And I'm not sure if it goes past the 6, but if it does, He has a couple of options on the two side pockets. I'm not sure what he's looking at over there. Is that where he has to roll forward to? Oh, this is the 3 ball. I was just thinking it was the 5 for a moment. Still don't know if you can follow to where you got to go. Is he going to play the 10 ball here? All right, he plays a pretty standard save. Doesn't get the 10 in play, though, like he wanted. Let's see what he tries to do here. I mean, if you kick behind this ball and kind of stick it, you can 2-rail this 4 ball to the bottom rail and maybe get the 5 in play. You can cross over bank it if you could see enough of it. But I'm not sure if you can see that side of the ball. So he goes straight at the 4, tries to bank it. Actually, ended up banking it quite wide. Almost made a good effort at that ball. To give Rick an opportunity to see whether or not he plays this in the side rolling or firmer to the corner. Yeah, he goes for the corner, so he's able to hit a better stroke. He's a little upset with this angle, but he's actually perfect. You just avoid both sides of the side pocket, and you can end up near the 10. He plays off the 8 by accident. And he's not going to be happy with that. We got many people walking around the pool table today. As Jay walks around and tries to decide his setup. Rolling forward for the 6 to the 7. 7 to the corner pocket, maybe. I mean, you could always draw back off the long rail, which will take you down to the 8 ball. We'll see what he goes for. Yeah, he gets straight in on this, which is pretty good. If he can get a good draw stroke here, he can send himself down towards the 8 ball. It looks like he's following 2 rails. Let's see. He decides to take his medicine and take the longer shot on this 8 ball. He rolls that in quite nicely. Got a similar shot here, but a little more distance away from the pocket on the 9. And you really got to put a good stroke on this to get either the side rolling forward or the corner drawing back. Oh, what a shot. He rolls all the way forward to get up towards the center of the table. I didn't realize he had that much angle. That was a great shot. Bear down, make this ball. This is a unique one. This one, if you miss, you want to miss into the long rail firm. So send it 2 rails, 3 rails towards the rack. But he hits it soft into the rail and gives him the rack to put Rick on the hill. Alrighty, here we go again. Breaking from the side, so let's see if this one goes in the side. Oh, he's moving. He decides he doesn't want to risk this cue ball, so he's going to plow at this. Looks like he's putting a little spin on this ball. He hits that super clean. Controls his cue ball. Gets a really good shot on this one. This is a break and run opportunity with a really good starting ball. Just got to figure out how do you get on that 3 correctly to get the correct angle on the 4 to get to the 5. You play the 3 in the side pocket that's near the 5? Or do you play the 3 up corner where he just was? Let's see where he ends up. You want to get where you don't have to reach too far for this. He got perfectly straight in, so he'll have plenty of options of what to do here. Yeah, he's taking a look. See if it goes. But not only do you want to see where it goes, you want to see what angle do you need. Because you don't want to lift too much angle. Don't stop it where it is right now, that's for sure. And he goes forward, gets up into the rail. All right, now the question is does he hold or does he play 4 in the side? I think you're supposed to go down to the short rail and back up and play the 4 and the 5 in the same pocket. And he's going to get frozen on this 4 ball. Superior back cut here, unless he goes for the masse shot. No, he's making the back cut. And he drills it in the hole. What a fantastic shot, shooting off of his leg. Keeping himself at the table. And banks it like as if he has no cares in the world. Let's see if he can avoid the corner pocket here. He does, but he also avoids making it into the corner pocket. A little too loosey-goosey on that shot. If you ask me, what a roll with that 8 ball. So he was measuring up possibly a 2-rail kick here. Oh, he 1-rail kicks at it. Makes a decent effort. And this looks like the 9-ball drill if I've ever seen one. 2 rails back and forth towards the center of the table for the 8. Hits it a little too soft. Might get away with it. Back and forth 3 rails is what he's going to have to do. Did he just call the bank, or is he worried about the scratch? And if you are worried about the scratch, yeah, he called the bank, and he makes that bank. He's just feeling it. With 1 rack to go and 2 balls on the table, it looks like he's going to end up straight in on this 10 to take the game, set, and match. And it has been another pleasurable game here for everybody. Thank you for joining us on a Saturday night here on Billiard Breakdown stream. Again, I am Mickey Goldberg, filling in for Mike. Thanks for tuning in. So anybody who's looking to get onto this challenge board, there's a tournament coming up March 1st, if I'm correct, that allows you to be able to play to get onto the board. And Mike would be coming back shortly to sign off, but we are quite busy here.
All right, good game to both players. Rick Hovey is going to take that match 9-3. Nicole Simonetti happy about the win from Rick. Thank you guys for tuning into Billiard Breakdown tonight. Hope you enjoyed the commentary. Hope you enjoyed the match. This was a race to 9 and 10 ball pool. Number 10, Rick Hovey taking on the challenger, Jay Voelkl. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.